I'll probably strip the audio out of you here. It's been a longer conversation. It's mostly been civil, and I thank the person for being civil. Um, and they made me laugh having to do. I was mentioning bastards, that I'm looking for bastards of my ilk who will stay the course and actually want to find things. And they made the mention that not all people are bastards, some are wenches, and that's funny. And I said, well played. But last thing they said is, and this is what I wanted to rattle off real quick. They said, for real, seekers, based on, maybe I should go back to the last comment. Hold on. They said, for real, seekers, in the end, truth always eventually resonates in time. The rest, as they should, fall to the wayside. But I said this. Where is it at? Naturally, it's not in order because it's TikTok and it's a fucking joke. It's the last one in here now. Yep. I said, collectively, we suffer because what you said simply isn't true. And anyone with a brain in their head would logically come to this conclusion. If you think about all the ills of the world, all the wrong people in power, everything that's poisoned and ruined these days, and what built up to that, it's because people do not know what they're talking about. They've been sold a flowery package where they have this false sense of hope based on false promises. I mean, not all bad people get caught. Not all bad people suffer negative ramifications in this life. It simply isn't true. And if it was, things would naturally shake out and be a hell of a lot better, and they would be harmonious. But things are absolutely disharmonious and geared towards the wrong fucking shit. Again, if you thought about it logically, if you just thought about it, but people don't. They want to believe in that fairy tale. They want to believe that's how it's going to end. And it's because that's what they were sold. They're not thinking about it, but that's what they were sold, so they repeat it. Because it sounds nice. It sounds a hell of a lot better than what I said, even though what I said fucking reflects reality. If people pulled their heads out of their ass, if they were doing the right thing, if you and I banded together and the majority wanted things to be better, they would be better. Because we would be fighting for it to be better. And we would assure that it is better. But that is not what we experience. This is why passive-aggressive shit was passed around. I mean, in terms of social engineering jargon, and people bought into it. You got positive vibes only and cancel culture to promote censorship. So people don't stand up for themselves. You have the environment as we know it laden with estrogen. By design, to inhibit what? Testosterone in males. And you see this with all the effeminate horse shit. The ever-growing effeminate horse shit. Which is an agenda, which is associated with the Tavistock Institute, and by extension, eugenics. Because this is what our masters want, because those kids aren't going to do anything to stop anybody anytime soon. Anytime soon. I made myself watch it's a sequel to the Candyman movie. And both those movies, I think, are shit for the most part. I like the art aspect in the second one. But one of the characters, naturally, is a cocksucker. and he happens to be a dude. Well, I did say he, so you already knew. If you're offended, remember that girls also suck cock sometimes. So don't freak out. I'm just painting a crude picture for people, and you can probably cry yourself to sleep if you want. You can choose your adventure. It's up to you. Either way, he's got a boyfriend, and there's a moment, one of the scenes, where the boyfriend's trying to be tough, and then in another scene, the other boyfriend's trying to be tough, and it's just laughable. It's just laughable. It's like, it's just laughable. Especially when you think of the other character who's, he's a heterosexual straight male. I mean, he'd slap him around like somebody, boxing a fucking daisy. I mean, it's just that good. But it's being promoted because it was also something that Jordan Peele knocked out, and that guy's a hack. and works for our masters and promotes all these bullshit narratives, which touch on what I just rattled off at the end. I realize I went off on another tirade. It's what I usually do, and I try to string together a couple different things so you have more than one thing to chew on, more than one thing to think about. But usually when I do this, because I didn't show you something and spell it out for you so you can just click repost, you probably thought there was nothing in this message. Yeah. What the fuck do I know? Enjoy your night!